and welcome to another edition of the HLAC Laundry Accreditation Station. We are very thrilled today to have as our guest Justin Mitten from Crown Healthcare Laundry Service. He is the VP of their Eastern Division. Welcome to the accreditation station, Justin. It's great to have you with us today.
Rocco, thank you very much for having me. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, great. And it's great to have a long-term accredited laundry like Crown. I know you have multiple plans and have been accredited for quite a time with HLAC. So thank you for that. And I guess given the amount of laundries that you have accredited, how has being a HLAC accredited laundry benefited Crown?
Well, it's benefited us in many different ways. For us, the accreditation process, first and foremost, it attracts quality candidates. And that's from the customer aspect, and that's from the employee aspect. It creates a safe environment inside of our production plants that employees look forward to working in. For us, as we've gone through a just overall staffing crisis related to the pandemic, the industry as a whole, those individuals who have accreditation have the ability to stand themselves apart and have those individuals look forward to coming to work in a safe environment. For us, it also holds us accountable to the highest standards within the industry, which our customers, both current and potential, both appreciate.
That's great. Now, Justin, as you guys were going through that process, what did you notice about the Crown laundries before the accreditation and after the accreditation? So how did the laundries change?
Yeah, so before accreditation, I've been with Crown. This is year 12 for me. And so I've been around for a little while. And before accreditation, we really looked to our current customers who came in and toured our plant. Our infection preventionists who came in and visited, we really looked to them for a lot of the feedback on best practices within the industry. HLAC changed that and had the best practices that we knew that we needed to follow, and giving that additional peace of mind to our customers, where now we're sharing best practices with them and sharing with them the highest standards that we're holding our employees and our processing plants up to.
So what was the HLAC accreditation process like for the Crown laundries? How did you find going through it?
Yeah, for us, the process was tough, and the inspectors are tough, but they're fair. For us, we like to keep all of our processing plants tour ready, and so that's a mantra internally. But for us, it shows that all of our processing plants are already currently practicing those best practices throughout the day, throughout the week. It also shows up from the training that goes into the employees. There is each of the inspectors have a very specific way of kind of looking underneath the hood and understanding what's happening. And if the appropriate training is not consistently being provided and being reiterated and re-educated, those are opportunities for us that the individual inspectors could share and provide feedback.
An important part of this, you mentioned briefly, Justin, was your relationship with your hospital partners. How has being HLAC accredited impacted on your relationship with your hospital partners?
That's a great question. For us, I kind of summarize it one way: it's peace of mind. It gives our both current and potential customers the peace of mind that we are holding ourselves accountable to the highest standards within the industry. The very first thing that we do after framing and placing our certification up in our processing plant is we let everybody know. So we share that with executives within the hospital, with our infection preventionist team, as well as our EVS directors, which are normally our main point of contact. All of which are very pleased and appreciative that we go through the process, because they go through that same process as well, having their own regulatory agencies inside of their processing plants. They know what type of, inside of their hospitals, they know what type of commitment that it takes in order to consistently be ready for those. So
Now, given Justin, that you have multiple plants and you have gone through quite a few HLAC accreditations, what advice would you give someone who was considering accreditation with HLAC?
Well, the first thing that we would do is we would encourage them to get it done. It's probably one of the best things that we have done as a company when it comes to the accreditation process. HLAC is the leaders. They have the highest standards and best practices. And for those who are considering potentially becoming accredited, we would absolutely encourage them to. Again, for us, it's that peace of mind. We talk about it to our current customers is that we're an extension of your patient care. And when you view linen and laundry services that way, you want to make sure that you're partnering with healthcare laundries that are certified, and HLAC being the leaders in that.
Yeah, those words are so true. It's the peace of mind that you're taking that extra step. It is voluntary accreditation, and the fact that you're willing to take those extra steps, I think, are so important in terms of establishing both credibility and a full appreciation of the services being provided to the hospital. I fully support you on what you're saying there. And I guess on the next point is like anything else, standards evolve, and in 2023, HLAC has some new standards that have been released, and obviously there's more emphasis on hygienically clean standards and less emphasis on standards such as the eye wash station, which we've heard from numerous people about, and that. So how do you feel about the changes and how they will impact the process for laundries?
Yeah, I think that anytime that you're speaking to your current customers and potential customers, changes like this that really put more focus on the product and service in which they are receiving, having the internal processes are extremely important, but having those processes potentially be emphasized and will impact what the finished product is to the individual entity is so vitally important to them. And so we are looking forward to the changes, and ultimately we'll be adjusting if need be, and making sure, as everything has changed now kind of in a post-pandemic time, we will be ready for those changes.
Justin, thank you very much for joining us today on the Accreditation Station. A lot of what you said has been very insightful. I think very beneficial and useful to a lot of viewers of this program. So once again, I want to thank Justin Mitten, who's the VP of East of Crown Healthcare Laundry Services, for joining us today on another edition of the Accreditation Station. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rocco. Appreciate the time.